It's an island nation still struggling with abject poverty and the aftermath of natural disasters. Today on Central Florida Spotlight, a first-hand account of the conditions in Haiti from people who've been there, including our very own Brian Shields. Hi, folks, and welcome to this week's very special edition of Central Florida Spotlight. Joined now by WFTV certified meteorologist Brian Shields. But Brian is not here today to talk about weather. He's here to talk about his most recent visit to Haiti. Brian, this is unbelievable talking to you and then seeing the video you basically shot on your iPhone.
Yeah, that's what we do when we're down there. There's not a lot of resources, and you're just out and about, just grabbing the footage you can. And it's hard to capture exactly what you see down there and bring it back here at home and explain it.
This was not a WFTV mission, but a personal mission for you.
Yeah, I originally went down to Haiti a while back to see what happened after Hurricane Matthew. And I was like, you know, why aren't people evacuating? Why do so many people die in natural disasters? Well, the reason is every day is almost a hurricane for them. It's not that they don't care a hurricane's coming. It's when you wake up in the morning and you're just trying to figure out how you're going to get food, how you're going to feed your family to live into the afternoon. You know, the hurricane, I don't want to say is the least of your worries, but it just puts things in a different perspective.
Haiti seems like a far-off land to most, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not at all. It's a quick flight. It's just a couple hours away. It's the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere, and it almost sits in our backyard.
And yet, so many Haitians come to Central Florida. We're going to meet some of them today. We're going to show more of the images that you captured on your phone. This is a refuge for them, and you've met some of those folks.
Absolutely. This is a huge refuge for them across Central Florida. A lot of folks are living here, contributing to our society, and, you know, we're grateful to have our great big Haitian community, not just here in Central Florida, but South Florida. Most of the Haitians from in our country live here in Florida.
60,000 people took refuge in the U.S. and, as you mentioned, live and work here today. We gave the Haitians protection under what is known as temporary protection status. Some people call it TPS. And now the Trump administration, Brian, is ending that protection. Haitians are being asked to leave by July 2019. Their reaction has to be, oh my God, we have to go back to that.
Yeah, and that's the issue. You know, everyone has different views on certain aspects of immigration, but not everything's created equally. And the issue is they have to go back to that. And that's exactly what you just said. And what that is terrible, terrible conditions. Widespread disease outbreaks could come. Disease could just have a big epidemic at any point in time. Things are not good there.
2010, the earthquake happened, the TPS being removed because they're supposed to be sustainable at this point, recovered from the earthquake. You saw something completely different.
Yeah, and you can't, it's a third world country with no so-called good areas. You can't recover from not just an earthquake, but since the earthquake, it's been hurricane after hurricane after hurricane this season, last season, and it's not, you see how long around here it takes to recover from a hurricane. Look at Houston with Harvey. They're still having all sorts of problems, and this is the United States of America. Haiti is a totally different ballgame.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. You shot some amazing video during the visit. Now we're going to take a look at the threats those people are facing if they're forced to leave Central Florida, or the U.S. for that matter, and return to Haiti.
We could hear Marta wailing in pain when we approached her home. When we found her, she was on the dirt ground, bleeding from the back of her head. She laid there for almost 2 days.
She's yelling.
Her right leg is twice the size of her left, possibly from a tropical parasite. The swelling started in her foot and ran up her leg. The pain is now felt in her stomach. Why can't she get help? Why isn't she in the hospital? Because this is Haiti, a land of wonderful people living in the most unfortunate conditions imaginable. 50% of Haitians don't have access to clean water. 40% no electricity. 6% of babies don't reach their first birthday. The #1 cause of death for children, diarrhea. Trash litters the cities and the countryside. It isn't isolated to so-called bad areas. This food market, piles and piles of trash. Disease runs rampant. Marta considers herself lucky because she's lived a long life, but all in staggering poverty. Most Haitians live on less than $2 a day, and most don't have formal jobs. How did Haiti get in this position? There are many answers. If political problems aren't enough, Haiti is a bullseye for natural disasters. Hurricanes hit hard, and 2 fault lines cut through the region. In 2010, an earthquake wiped out 300,000 people. 60,000 of the lucky ones took refuge in the United States. 8 years after the earthquake, there hasn't been a true rebuilding. There can't be. This is a third world country. Disease and starvation is at every turn.
So, Brian, I have to ask how Marta is doing. Was there any additional help for her?
There was, and you're going to meet Ken shortly. Ken is what I consider a miracle worker. He's one of the smartest people I know. I went back that evening. I met Marta myself, and I went back and, I said, Ken, if it wasn't for your programs, I would never have seen her. She was on the ground dying, and I said, fortunately, we have your program, and I just kind of went on to the next thing. There's a lot of bad things happening in Haiti. And then all of a sudden, he's making a phone call, and he's like, we're going to get her to the hospital. Mind you, the hospital doesn't necessarily have doctors. Again, it's Haiti. The next day, Greg, they get her on a motorcycle, no ambulance, on her motorcycle. She's 89, take her down this mountain, which is difficult even in a good vehicle, and bring her to the hospital where an English-speaking doctor ended up meeting her there, giving her some medicine to help her out. Back on the motorcycle, back up the mountain into her home where she is today. So Ken got her some help, but she's just to get to that point, it's incredible.
Wild, hanging by a thread. We're going to talk much more about this. Coming up, Brian Shields shows us one area of stability in Haiti and how a local ministry right here in Central Florida is trying to bring about real change. Welcome back to Central Florida Spotlight, joined again by meteorologist Brian Shields. We've been discussing his recent trip to Haiti. It was no vacation in all sense of the word. You actually went there originally on a mission trip through your church?
Yeah, exactly. And, I wanted to see some, how they dealt with hurricanes. And I was just floored that all charity, most charity has good intentions, but not all charity is created equal. And this is becoming a new thing we've been hearing about, sustainable charity. Just giving someone something, even if it does help in the short term, it doesn't help in the long term, and it could actually do harm. In this program that I hooked up with, and you can see more about it on HaitiMinistry.com, it's just fascinating. It is sustainable. All the programs they set up are basically built by the Haitians or requested by the Haitians, and once this group that I'm affiliated with leaves, these programs are still going to go on.
All right, so you've touched on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some video of them on the ground doing that work on Brian's most recent trip to Haiti.
There is one area of stability, and that's religion. Almost every Haitian identifies with Christianity, most being Catholic. Some international ministries have been able to capitalize on this and introduce truly sustainable programs. One of these groups travels monthly from Winter Park, Florida. At Orlando International Airport, where you come to depart, completely civilized, everything's a nice little order, and everyone's getting ready to go to their next destination, wherever it may be. But if your destination is Haiti, it's anything but organized. Every day in Haiti is just a fight for survival. The Haiti Ministry from St. Margaret Mary and St. Stephen Catholic churches outside of Orlando is a mission program with a time frame. They provide support to a group for 5 years. This prevents reliance. And they don't sweep in and build things for Haitians. Haitians don't need that. They are capable, but they could use a guiding hand. One specific program that has been introduced at the request of the Haitians is the Seniors Program. It's designed for elders like Marta. Haitian group members raise and breed pigs. Some pigs are kept and some are sold. Money raised buys feed and some is put into a bank account. Once enough money is saved, then and only then will food be purchased and distributed to hungry seniors like Marta. Programs like this are promising, but they take time. for the 60,000 Haitians living in the United States after the 2010 earthquake, they are being required to return. They'll face sickness or death at every turn. Another health crisis could wipe them out. It isn't hyperbole. It's reality. It's Haiti.
This is almost a dumb question, but clearly they're changing, if not saving, lives on a regular basis. And probably as we sit here today, lives have been saved because of this.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. These folks don't have food. They're having trouble helping others. And food, not only do you need food, you need food to live, but just the overall health. To be able to have a good meal, to keep your body strong, that is so important. And in this group, and I'm just documenting it, this group's doing all the work. They are saving countless lives. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, so keeping people alive is one thing. Changing their life for the better. Are you seeing improvement just in your 2 trips there?
That's why I keep going back. I can't not go back after that. What they're doing is 100% sustainable, and that's the key. And you see these issues where these groups come in. In Haiti, by the way, we'll be driving down roads and I'll see some somewhat nice buildings. No one's in there. And I say, what's that? Well, some group from overseas came in, built something that they didn't actually need or they can't keep up.
From your first trip to your second trip to today, you are not the same person.
No, I just can't believe it because I've been to, we were talking earlier about some of the countries we've been to and seeing some shanty towns, but there always seems to be in countries at least a decent area, a good area, or a resort area. But you go to Haiti, and whether you're on the mountaintop or you're near the coast, the conditions are bad. There is no good area, and I just can't believe it.
You're doing a great job. We're going to continue. Coming up, 2 more guests with very personal stories about their experiences in Haiti. That and more after this quick break. Welcome back to Central Florida Spotlight, joined again by WFTV meteorologist Brian Shields, not talking about the weather, but his recent trip to Haiti. And also, we have Wesley Zafir, who grew up in Haiti, but now studies at UCF. Wesley is also affiliated with HaitiMinistries.com. Wesley, thank you for being here. You look great on TV.
Thank you, sir.
Brian went to your home in Haiti, met your siblings, your family. What type of a home did he see?
Well, it's warm and really small, not big, because I came from a small family. Otherwise, I can say poor family. It's not rich. So the home look very small.
What has Orlando been like for you coming from there to here?
That's a wonderful question. And came to Orlando is changed a lot of things in my life. And I think it opened my mind and see a lot of great things. That look fantastic for me.
So, Brian, when you hear Wesley's story and you met his family, you describe it in terms of comparing it to Orlando, what we might typically see here.
Yeah, it is just like Orlando, but total opposite. So it is, it's completely different. Now, I met Wesley's family, just a great family, by the way. Your mom's a wonderful cook, good coffee too. Anyway, it is just you go from dirt floors to you get your little kitchen outside with your stove and something like that. And there was running water, but it was what I would call the best home I've seen in Haiti, and we've been in a lot of places.
Wesley, what brought you to Orlando?
Actually, I will say Ken and St. Margaret Mary Church. They brought me here because I met them there in Haiti, and I did not have the opportunity to go to university because I told you I came from a poor family, and to be able to go to university in Haiti, you have to have money. And when I met them, and they helped me, because every time when I talk to them and they say, what are you doing? I say, I'm in my bed. And they said they invited me here and come in here, and they helped me to go to UCF.
So if the Haitians that are here that came after the earthquake in 2010 are forced to go back, what kind of conditions will they return to?
That is something make me sad. And when I heard about it, and there are some Haitian they want to send back to Haiti, because I went there, I was there actually, and I know what's going on there. It's really terrible life there. So nobody who here want to go back to Haiti, like to live, maybe want to go to visit.
Brian speaks highly of the Haitian people that he knows there. How would you describe a person from Haiti who lives in Central Florida? Are they looking for a handout or just a helping hand to get started?
Like Brian just said, and we have the opportunity to do, and we can do. The problem is that we don't have. And soon as we have a hand, we can do good.
So, Brian, you heard the response to that about the helping hand. There are so many more stories, I would think, like Wesley, that just need that assistance. And what can we do in Central Florida? How do we help and do something?
Yeah, it's just the guidance. And I think whether you hook up with a program like HaitiMinistry.com or another one, it's not about just dropping in goods and getting the heck out, because that doesn't do any good. The key is to listen to the Haitians, listen to the group you're helping, regardless of what it is and what their true needs are, and then you figure out a way to just kind of help jumpstart it.
Well, congratulations on everything that you've accomplished while you're being here.
Thank you.
Our best to your family, and we hope things work out. Thank you.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much.
Very good. You passed the test with your English, too. You did very well. All right, Wesley. In our final segment today, someone from the ministry Brian mentioned in his story and throughout the show today, his impressions about the charity, U.S. policy for displaced Haitians, and much more still ahead. On Channel 9, you'll see more than just the day's top stories at 11.
We bring you live, in-depth coverage of news stories that affect you most.
Plus an accurate forecast so you're ready tomorrow.
Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 11.
It's coverage you can count on.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Welcome back to our final segment today on Central Florida Spotlight, joined again by Brian Shields, Channel 9 meteorologist, and Ken Furling, the Haiti Ministry Program founder at St. Margaret Mary Catholic Church here in Central Florida. Thank you for being here, Ken.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely, and thank you also on behalf of Central Florida for really making us all look good with this ministry that you've put together. It's fantastic, and we've learned more about that today. What started this for you? Why did you pick Haiti, and why did you focus your efforts there?
Well, the main thing is that relationship is critical to any successful mission outreach. And while there are many places in the world that are very needy, Haiti's close. And so that a person can fly to Haiti for $400 to $500 and develop a relationship, get to know the people. So closeness counts. And so that's the principal reason I selected Haiti.
Ken, so many of us want to do something, but we feel like we're one person. And what can one person do? How would you dispel that fear?
Well, that's probably one of the benefits of church, irrespective, Catholic, Protestant, synagogue. You get a group of people together that want to do good, and they can support one another and achieve.
And we just met an individual you're helping, just a proud example of just one of the young people you've assisted. What does that make you feel like when you watch what has happened with that one individual and the others?
Everybody always pats me on the back for helping somebody. But the honest-to-God truth is, in Wesley's case, since he's come, it's made a difference in my life and my wife's life. So really that adage of you get more than you give is absolutely true.
The government ending the temporary protection status, TPS, for Haitians. What will they go back to? You've seen it.
Well, it's a mess. You saw in Brian's pictures, there's squalor. And interestingly enough, there's a exodus of Haitians going around the world because there's nowhere to get a job or to have any kind of a decent life. They go, for example, to Brazil, then Brazil's economy soured, and now they seem to be going mostly to Chile. But it's hard to believe, but several thousand people a day leave Haiti to go and work somewhere else.
So what happens to those people if, in fact, they're forced back in 2018?
Well, they're gonna be in a mess, and they're gonna be very hungry people. You know, starvation's a reality in Haiti. We're not talking about whether or not you're going to have a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. You're talking about a basic life. It's very mean-spirited, to be frank with you.
So you've built your ministry, Brian has touched on it, based on basically teaching a man how to fish as opposed to giving him a fish. Mm-hmm. Is it working?
Yes. Yes, there are 4 main components. One is the Haitian has to come up with the idea. Often people from other countries go to Haiti, they see a problem, and they say, well, that's the thing that has to be fixed. But the trick is to get a local buy-in, and so they select a project. But that project can't be any project. It can be a laudatory project, but it has to be one that lends itself to sustainability. Something that you can see where if you make an investment, it'll keep going. These programs have to be transparent. Everybody on the ground has to know what's going on, so there's a sense of trust and an idea that nobody's pocketing the money. And then we find that you should only stay in a place a limited amount of time. So we pick 5 years.
So, Brian, what's the website again? How can people get involved? You randomly got involved through your church and your curiosity, and it's changed your life, and hopefully it's changed some lives of people in Haiti.
HaitiMinistry.com, and it has kind of the layout of the program.
Very cool. You need donations, manpower. What do you need specifically?
Well, donations are always welcome. Every idea needs a person, so additional people is worth it.
Very good. Well, thank you for your hard work. Without you, we don't know, as bad as it is in Haiti, it'd be even worse for some people, so thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, there you go. And thank you, Brian, for sharing that. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We heard that Brian went, wanted you to come on the show and talk about it, and thanks for doing that. That's awesome. That's another aspect that our viewers don't know about you, and I do, and now they do. And again, we want to thank our guest today, Brian Wisley, Ken, for bringing us these just eye-opening and life-changing reports about the conditions and the people suffering in Haiti and the plight of those who may be forced to return to a country that has struggled for so long. Many of them are neighbors here in Central Florida. And thank you for watching this week's show. We'll be back next week with another edition of Spotlight. Until then, have a great remainder of your weekend and take care.